Hi everyone, today's class is entitled Spring Cleaning for the Liver, and we're going to work with some purging exercises and nourishing the liver as well as the spirit of the liver, which is known as the Hun. And the Hun is all about dreaming and visioning a new future. So this class should make you feel lighter and just a nice energetic reset. So let's begin with our feet shoulder distance apart. Just rooting your feet down into the earth. Bring your palms onto your thighs and just apply a little bit of pressure actually down from your palms down into the leg bones and into the feet. And imagine growing roots like a tree. And the liver relating to the wood element. And feel your roots growing deep down into the earth as your feet spread and widen. And as your feet root into the earth, you can feel the crown of your head float upwards towards the heavens. You might even imagine branches growing off your shoulders, reaching upwards towards the sky. And then I'd like you to please connect to a tree that you love. So maybe it's a tree in your yard or one that you pass when you go for a walk. And then visualize becoming that tree and pushing your hands a little more firmly down into your thighs as you bend your knees a little bit. And then as you inhale, feel your hands now start to float up. And turning your palms to face your collarbones, so the first finger is in line with the collarbone. Soften your elbows down as if you're embracing this tree and actually becoming this tree just for a moment. Your eyes can be softly open or closed. And so I know that you have a complicated life, as everybody has a complicated life, but if you were to just step out of that complication and detail and actually step into the life of this tree, what would it feel like to stand rooted like this? To grow, to move with the seasons and a perfect rhythm. Beautiful. And then lowering your hands down and still embodying that energy a little bit as we move through our practice, but you can come back to your moving body. Let's reach our arms up towards the sky and imagine a beautiful golden shower of light just rinsing down. Just opening up your practice space. Let's do that 2 more times. And 1 more time. Okay, so we're going to start with an exercise called channel dredging. And this is going to help to clean out the liver, kidney, spleen channels that run up the inside line of the leg, the heart and the lung channels which run up the inner line of the arm, and then the yang channels which are the gallbladder, bladder, stomach coming down, as well as the large small intestine channels on the back of the arm. So I'll go slow for a couple rounds and then we'll go full speed. So you're going to inhale your arms up. Exhale as you bend down. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. Bring your hands to the inside of the foot and drag your hands along the inside of the foot, inner leg, coming up to underneath the rib cage as you cross the arms. Go towards the armpit and kind of as much as you can, slide the hands down the inside line of the arm. And then exhale, release that energy either up towards the sky or into the earth. And so what I do is I take a little bit of a lift of the heels, and then I forcefully, like you're trying to shake off something that's you don't need anymore. Okay, and then you're gonna start at your wrists. So the back of the hand, you're gonna go up the back of the arm to the shoulder, over the face, down the bladder channels, and the gallbladder channels, down the side back of the waist, down the side back of the leg, and then off this baby foot area, release. So full speed, it'll look like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And so, not to worry if you're not getting it perfect, especially if you haven't done this with me before. So up the inside line of the leg to the ribs, cross, down inner line of the arm, and out. And it's out the mouth. The reason we do out the mouth is it's a cleansing breath when we breathe out the mouth, and we're cleaning off the liver meridian specifically. Today we're working with the wood element, and the gallbladder meridian, which runs down the side of the leg, ending at that baby toe. And so any kind of emotional overwhelm that you might have been feeling lately, and release that now. Do a couple more. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more round. Inhale. Exhale. Just notice how you feel. Good, and then we're going to start to shake. Starting to shake all that off. And we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. And we'll go again, inhale. Exhale. And so this is just more free-form shaking, not anything, there's many different ways to shake, but this is just free-form. Okay. Okay, and then we'll stop. We're going to do a healing sound, shoo, and we're going to whisper it. And in this variation, this comes from the Mount Hua healing sound, and we actually only do it one time. We're going to do it a couple times just because it takes a little bit to learn, so we might try 3 rounds. So the movement, let's just do the movement first. You're going to make little fists as you bend over. It's called the monkey. And as you inhale, you're going to feel your whole rib cage kind of stretch and lift, like you're a monkey holding on a branch. And then exhale, your hands are going to come down, you're going to keep inhaling, and then you won't exhale until your elbows move in towards your ribs, and you'll bend over like this as you exhale. So there's a point on the ribs called the Gate of Hope. It's actually the ending of the meridian of the liver, and I love that name, Gate of Hope, the liver 14. It's underneath the nipple between the 4th and 5th intercostal space. So when we do the monkey, that's kind of like what I like to think of as I'm expelling anything from that meridian. So let's do it. The healing sound is shoo. So we're gonna make the monkey movement and then shoo it out. Okay, so let's do it together. Grab your branch, inhale. Keep inhaling as your hands come around. Elbows onto the gate of hope, and then you tip over as you shoo, and it's a whisper. Shoo. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And inhale coming up. And exhale, settle your feet into the ground. Connect with that tree that we connected with at the beginning of our practice. Feel your roots. Okay, next we're going to take our hand to the liver, and right underneath the liver, the gallbladder is there, which is the yang organ pair to the liver, and we're just going to kind of clean it out just by making a little scooping massage action and kind of tossing away anything you might not need. Let's do that 3 times. So it's kind of a scoop, throw away, one more. Nice. Okay, so the next form we're going to do is called the cloud soul. So we're going to work with the liver and gallbladder on a spirit level by cleaning away anything that blocks our vision. So we'll begin by taking the right hand and floating it up as if it's floating on a cloud, and turn to the right as you sweep the right hand to the left. Sorry, you're turning to the left as you sweep your right hand left. And then the hand's going to move just in front of the eye, and it's as if you're pulling something off your eye, and as you do that, you'll turn right. And then the right hand is going to push down to the foot. And then as it pushes down, your left hand is going to float up to the eye as you remove any obstacles from the eyes and turn back to the left. And so the form is like clearing away the clouds from your vision, and even bringing vision down from the heavens of the place of the clouds. So cleaning now on more of a subtle level. And bringing your dreams down into your plans and your decisions, which is very much a liver gallbladder thing. So the liver is said to dream and plan, and then the gallbladder actually makes a decision and steps into action. So I like to think of that like clearing my dream, and then as I move down to the foot, down that gallbladder channel, it's like, and I dare to step into that dream. Clearing the dream and daring to step in. And let's do one more each side. And then bringing both hands down, making fists, and turn your fists to face up. So this one is called gathering the goal, which is specifically for the gallbladder. So taking your right hand to the left and move it across the horizon, and then gather it back into the waist. So in this one, and in Zen circles, the other form that I like to teach, this helps to move the energy through the belt channel. So letting go of what we're carrying so that we can step into what we're here to do. Feeling that energy move in and around the waist. Okay, one more. This just feels so good. Okay, then we're going to take our fists, bend the knees, inhale. And as you exhale, you'll bring your hands to the waist and punch your hands downwards as you straighten out the legs and reach the crown of the head up. Like you're a little sprout that's daring to push his little head up, or push her little head up towards the sun. Let's do that a few more times. So inhale, soften fists, bend the knees, and exhale, punch down to the feet, lift through the crown, spread the collarbones. And again, daring to grow. Inhale and exhale. And then softening and floating the hands up to that tree position and the position we started with. Connecting again to your tree, growing roots, and finding that sense of stillness and yet constant growth. Beautiful. And then let's rub our hands together. We'll do just a little self-massage to end. So let's bring our hands to our eyes. Let's breathe 3 times. Inhale from the palms to the brain. Exhale from brain to gut, down to your roots. 2 more like that. Inhale, palms to brain. Exhale, brain to gut to root. Feel your feet. 1 more. Taking that vision and root it down. Good, and then massage your face. And we'll just end with a little tapping. So after you massage your face, maybe even your neck, we'll do some tapping over the head, just 3 times. Tapping just once down the inner line of the arm and up to the back of the arm. Thinking of packing in all the chi that we cultivated, all of that positive change, like you're packing it in. Packing in across the navel, packing in across the kidneys, into the liver itself, down the outside line of the leg, on the gallbladder and up the inside line. And then grounding the energy in the lower dantian. So let's ground the energy there 9 times, each direction, little circle. Other way. And thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you feel better, and please take this energy out into your day, into your life, and into the world.